everybody, Becky here, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick little tutorial on how to make a reusable, washable Swiffer Duster cover thingy. They sell the disposable ones in the store, but they can be kind of pricey, and honestly, I'm not really a big fan of them, of how they work. I also like to do like some damp dusting sometimes, like in places I can't reach, and those you don't really want to get wet. So I am going to show you today how I am going to make a reusable cover. So I am using this fleece that I had on hand, and then these super cute microfiber cloths that I found at Target. It was $3 for this pack. You can use towels, you can use old t-shirts. There's so many things you can use. I would just recommend finding something that doesn't fray on the edges. I know some people recommend flannel. You could use it. You just want to make sure that you definitely cut it with pinking shears, and you still might get some fraying. But these are just really good dust collectors. So what you want to do is you basically want to get 5x7 rectangles in your fabrics. So I am going to do 2 of them in the fleece, just with the print, and then I am going to use one from each of these, and these are about the perfect size. I'll have to trim them down just a little bit to get them the size I need, and then we will be on our way. So now I am going to take one of these and going to fold it in half. This is going to be my bottom piece, and we are going to just mark down that line, and then I'm going to measure over 3/4 of an inch from my center point and draw a line, and then 3/4 over this way and draw a line. And this is going to be to create that pocket to slide this in. So now I'm going to take one of my middle layer pieces. I don't think it really matters. I'm just going to do the striped one and lay it on top here. And I am going to sew down these 3 lines. And using a longer straight stitch, and I'm just going to and then I will pull it off and go down the middle. So I now have my pocket sewn, so you can see if I just take this and slide it in, it is good to go. So now what we're going to do, just to finish this off, I'm going to take my other 3 inner layers, line those up, and put this one on top. And I'm going to flip this back over now, and now I'm just going to go down this center seam again right on top of that one I sewed to secure all of these layers. Now this is pretty thick, so you just kind of gotta help it get through your foot, but it is doable. So we're gonna go do this and make sure everything's laying flat. And you can see all my fun colors, and these are shedding like crazy, so it'll all go away in a minute. So So I have this all under there, and I'm just, if you have a hard time starting, you may need to start like in the middle. As you can see, like how my presser foot is down like that. So what I'm actually going to use is, this is called a hump jumper. So what you do is you lift up your presser foot, and this goes like around your needle. So I'm going to stick that under my presser foot there. So then when I put my presser foot down, so when I put my presser foot down, it is now laying flat there. And as I sew, you'll see it will kind of shoot out the back. And now my presser foot is fully on my fabric, and it is flat and ready to go. And now we have everything sewn, and you just need to cut your fringes. And I am going to trim up my top just to make it nice and even. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Again, this is, you know, this is just for cleaning. And I'm going to trim up my bottom as well. And then we are going to cut our pieces, and I am going to use my pinking shears. You can buy a rotary cutter that does this, and let's see if I can cut through all of these. This is pretty thick. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. So the pinking shears is just going to give it a nice kind of zigzag, and I'm going to go about 1/2 inch away, and I'm going to cut up to that seam. So on these, because these are the ones that I cut, or I sewed the extra line down, so these are going to be a little bit shorter. And this one I could use regular scissors on if I wanted to, because it's not going to fray, so it's not a huge deal. If I use pinking shears, it just makes it look a little bit more fun. So that's what we're doing. The pinking shears also give it that texture, which the extra texture makes it have a larger surface area on those edges, which actually is better for picking up more dust, because if it was just a straight line, it wouldn't catch quite as much. I don't know if it's really gonna make that noticeable of a difference, but again, it looks cute, so we're out here doing it, you know. Okay, and then for the other one, so you want to make sure though that you do not cut through your your stitching lines. So then for these pieces, you're going to cut through up to the fold line, and I'm actually going to just cut these one at a time, because I think it'll go faster. Hand is getting tired. If you're making multiples, I would say definitely invest in the rotary blade, but I'm just doing one. It's not worth it for me to do, but my hand is getting tired up in here. All right, we're almost done, guys. This reminds me of making those tie blankets everybody was obsessed with back in the day. I think people still did, but I haven't made one in a while. last cut, and we are done now. I'm gonna have to use it to clean up the mess I made using it. Woo! Okay. These microfibers are fluffy. Guys, it's snowing in here right now. So there you have it. One, this is not only cute, but it is also functional. And I love this one, especially with all of the like layers of all the colors and prints in there. I was actually kind of worried about how it would look, but I think it's really cute. And I actually did decide that these I'm going to save, and I will cut them. I'll just probably cut them in half. Now I'm going to use them as, they'll be really nice, like little facial makeup wipes. I might even use them like that. You could cut them into rounds if you did that and you were cutting one down if you had some extra. This one had a lot. These were pretty, had a high pile, which means they're like very fuzzy. So there's a lot of fuzz coming off of this. So I will throw it in the wash. And I think I breathed some in. I'll throw it in the wash before I use it. But like, how awesome is this? I'll never need to buy a cover again. And it really only cost me $3 because I had these. I did have like a microfiber that I could have used, but I saw these at Target and I thought it was cute. So I decided to go that route. So you can use things that you have in your house. If you have an old t-shirt, you can cut up the t-shirt. You can use so many things. You just want to be, like I said, cognizant if it is going to fray. You want to make sure that you do take care to finish those edges or use pinking shears so that it doesn't fray. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment down below, or you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. It's at Sewbex. It's SEWBEXX. You can reach out to me there or just follow along to see what I am working on. So thanks for watching. Bye.